All right, guys, let's play a game. You only get 7 plays to put in your entire offensive package. What do you choose? Mine are the 7 samurais of the air raid offense. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back to the 92 Meshgroup channel, your home for the air raid offense on the internet. This is Coach Coltharp coming to you from North Carolina. I want to start today's video off with a couple of announcements. First of all, I would like to wish my mom a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. I appreciate everything. And then secondly, let's jump into this video. This video is going to be a little bit of a preview of kind of what Total Air Raid System 2020 looks like, and hopefully you like this new format of video. And if you do, make sure you're commenting down below. Let me know what's going on, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. The last couple of culture videos have been watched. I like those kind of things. I want to do more, but if you guys want to see other stuff, you just got to let me know. So like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell down there so you know when we go live. And, we'll make some more videos for you over the holidays as we get ready. So let's talk about the 7 samurais. The 7 samurais of the air raid offense. I thought about it. I did a video not too long ago called The Dirty Dozen, the 12 must-run plays of the air raid offense. And I'll put a link to that video in the description. But, I thought to myself, 12 is a big, big number. And I was having some conversation with some coaches over the break and just kind of talking to some different people the last couple of days. And one of the things we kept talking about is how we practice a lot of stuff and do we really put it in? So I thought to myself, what if I could only limit myself to 7, the lucky 7 samurai in the offense, what would they be? So I started thinking about it and I said, okay, these are the 7. Now, I know you're going to look at the screen and say, Coach, there's 8 on that list. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to make 8 into 7 here in just a second. But let's start off with our first one. And, hey, look, if you like this little setup right here, this is actually Just Play Sports. I love this thing, man, this Just Play solution still. This is actually what a game plan looks like. So if you create a game plan, you can go in here right here and put it on your – you can have your run stuff and your video right there, which is really pretty cool. So for me, my run would be counter. I'm going to have a gap run. If I can only have one, it's going to be a gap run. I think we hit outside with our second play, but here you see us just drawing it up against a typical tight of 3-4 tight, blocking down, kicking out, leading through, and then over here we'll look at Oklahoma running a little bit of this. Just counter right here. Let me get it big for you so you can see it. But you'll see him right here lining up and open and the offset back a little bit. He switches sides. And, of course, a lot of guys are going to shade to the back. And it just plays right into what Oklahoma wants right here on the counter. So, really good play. A lot of people are running it. People – you want to talk to somebody who runs a really good, hit up Shane Doolard at Doobie Doolard. They run the counter better than just about anybody. They played for the state championship almost in South Carolina. So, they're a really, really good team. So right there you see that's kind of my run, the counter. So my next one is going to be my fast screen combo, and what we're gonna do this year is we're gonna put pedal on one side and fast screen on the other, and kind of try to influence based on the overhang which way we're gonna go. I'm gonna try to give the quarterback a lot more options, but you can see we've talked about fast screen a ton of times here. He's gonna release outside, turn the guy's hips, retrace, get in, get out fast for 5, and then of course you hear me talk about this all the time. Wise block being the most important here, and you'll see in this little clip, this is a Larry call. So we're going to run it to the short side. So this would be like my outside run. Even though it's a pass, this would be my outside run because of the the way they hit the edge here. And here it is again, bang. He's going to get in, get out. We talked about this in the video before, how we would prefer he went in and went back out, but when you score, you don't fuss. So that's kind of my outside deal, that open deal. Now, here we're gonna get into our inside stuff, and what I'm doing this year, and I'm really excited about seeing how this works is with Coach Napier. Talked to me about how he combines hitch and outside seam, and then he also combines stick and corner, and allowing the quarterback to make that call. So this would be what we would call our inside quick, and that's going to combine Y corner which, is our snag concept, 1, 2, 3, with our Y stick concept. So that's how we're getting to 7 out of 8, because we're just turning this into one play. And obviously, since this is something new for me, I really don't have the clips of it. So we're just going to show you what, kind of what the gist of the idea is. And here you can see we're just hitting that inside slant hard there. And I've got a bunch of other stuff to put in with this one. In the TARS 2020 stuff, you'll see a lot more clips and things like that. And then obviously our stick, and this is some other, this is just plain stick for us. Kind of the first year we were running the offense, and you can kind of see because Y is still off the ball, but he's just going to go inside, get big, catch the ball, tight turn, and get up the field. So, and all that deal, like I said, you've heard me talk about this a bazillion times. We always go peak, swing, stick, and that's how we do that play. And so our next one is obviously going to be our 6 calls. And, I've got videos on the channel. Everybody's got videos on their channel about running 6. I think Drew Piscopo probably teaches it as good as anybody. Check out his video on my channel. And then Pat Taylor does a really good job of talking about the quarterback's progression. So that's another guy you might want to look at. And both of those guys are going to be down at Air Raid Nation. So I'm really excited about that. But you can see kind of what we talk about with 6 and giving them, decisions. Now, one of the things that I like to do is I like to limit these guys. I like to limit Y to be able to work outside, and I like to limit H to be able to work inside. I don't really want H to start doing outs and things like that. I think that's a little advanced for us with the number of reps that we can get. And then Y, basically, he's already used to running that out because of sales. So, we're going to run 6 calls here. Obviously, you can do the back shoulders and then you have your little option routes, or you can even run a swing right here with the back. And let's take a look at a couple of clips from Oklahoma running the 2x2. We'll get back, and you can see they actually do it out of a play action, and you can see their Y getting in the middle of the gaps, and they're just throwing it into the grass right there. It's a really good job by Oklahoma. It's just a way for them to do it, and he's just going to bang it right in there on the four verts. And then our next one is I think this is the out. The guy works his way outside on that deal. He looks there. Now, I had a question the other day. How do we read this? We generally read this left to right. And then if we think Z can win, we'll start over there. But I'm telling you, if you really have a hard time teaching this play, look at Pat Taylor's open grass read stuff. It just helps it out a whole bunch. So after 6, obviously, we're going to jump into some other stuff. We'll look at Y cross here. And you can see obviously we're going to go under Sam over Mike to 22 yards, get the peak, and then the option route. And we talked about doing some things differently with that guy the other day. Remember I told you the top secret play action play. Y cross is the play action pass for us. We like that a lot. You wing T guys love it too because you call it waggle. I think our name is cooler, but I'm just picking. But you can see a couple of Washington State clips in here. They're running Y cross as well. And you can hear it is out of early. And Shane Dular hit me up on Twitter the other night. He was watching the Buffalo game, and he was talking about how they ran a dig on the backside, kind of similar to that, and completed it off of 95. And he really liked that too. So there's always some stuff. People are always toying with these things. And then, of course, shallows. And we could talk shallow for days and days and days. And you can see I have, if you got deep into the playbook, you can see how I have a ton of diagrams in here for shallow that you can look at that are part of 2020. But here's some stuff that I got from Matt Mummy from Nevada. I haven't even cut it up yet. I just kind of put it in there that you can see different ways to run shallow. And, the key to that deal right there is obviously, you want the shallow crosser to be by 1 yard into the defensive line. So I always tell them just to aim at the defensive lineman's feet. Obviously, if you're getting outside man press, outside shallows is a good play. Let's see if I can't get you guys. There we go. Let's get to a wide shot here and get a little bit bigger on this. Their film at Nevada is great, but here you can see the wide shallow. Guys are banging it and doing some different things. And then the other key when you're teaching shallow is you always tell the back, just make sure he doesn't show up at the same place that the shallow does, and everything will work itself out. from shallow, then we get into mesh. And then obviously, how you're going to be an air raid guy and not run mesh. Really excited about, doing some things with mesh this year. Really like the Cougar mesh, the two outs on the outside. Talking to Drew Piscopo, he's kind of convinced me that might be the way to go. But you can see some Washington State mesh stuff in there as well. Um, and so, that's kind of my seven. That's kind of my seven samurais, guys. And that's the cool thing. If you check out this Just Play, all you have to do is once you create the game plan like that, you can slide right through it. And it's not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. And just talking to those guys, if you want, I'll put a link in the description to Just Play and to talk to them and just tell them you're from 92 Meshgroup and see if they can work it out. They're really good with high school coaches and trying to do some different things for them. And so I'm really excited about that and the options that they've given me. So, like I said, guys, these are my seven samurais. If I can only run 7 plays, these would be the 7 I run. What are your 7? What would you do differently? I mean, I'm sure somebody would say, well, we're going to add an RPO into this and that. But you could add an RPO in the counter and really make 7. But how many plays do we really have? How many plays can you? You talk about shallow. Well, you can run 4 or 5 different shallows. You can run stick. You can run 2-man corner. You can run 2-man stick on one side, and then or snag on one side. You can run on another. So that's one concept. So these 7 concepts really are forming the basis of the air raid. And just like I said, these are the ones I would choose. What would you choose differently? Hey, look, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the webpage 92meshgroup.com. We got some good sales in the shop for our coaches courses and apparel. And congratulations to our polo winner, Coach Stringman. And then also next month, we're really excited, man. Damon West has given us 2 signed copies of his book to give away. And so that'll be on the website here pretty soon. But until then, have a Merry Christmas and spin it to win.